So yeah, just a little update on how this valve grinding is going. On the intake side of this N57 head. So as I said before, I'm using this AC vacuum pump, which is massively too powerful, but I'm starving off the vacuum, which makes it take a lot longer to reach vacuum in the port. So if the valve's leaking, you know, they kind of balance each other out rather than it just going all the way to maximum vacuum and staying there because the pump's pulling so much air, you know. So I'll just briefly show you. Thankfully on the intake side we have one port per valve, which isn't the case on the exhaust side where it's an opening, a shared outlet, I suppose, for each port. I'll show you that. There you go. You see, one valve, the other valve. So my tester does two at a time here, which is not ideal. But the valve springs are in place on this side, so actually I can also test from the top, which I did in the previous video. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. Just to show you how it's going. I mean, Christ, I wish I'd got one of those sooner. The little stick is alright. I've done it about 3 times with this previously, and then I've just had to have a break for like a few weeks. Motivation. This thing's wonderful. And also this testing, so it's just much quicker to test this way. I can look for consistency. So I'll show you, right? So I've done 1 to 6. I went straight in on 4 and 5 because they were terrible before. 1, 2 and 3 looked okay. Ignore this first set of numbers. So a handful of these didn't have the springs in place. In fact, the first 4 didn't have the springs in place. So they needed like just knocking, you know, they weren't seated properly, so it was a poor test. So I went back and lifted and tapped them a few times to get them seated. I think I had springs in like the last 6 and not in the first 6 or something. Can't quite remember. You may have seen it in the last video. I can't remember. Anyway, so these were terrible, 4 and 5. So I went straight there, and I moved the valve on the thing, so these set of numbers don't really correspond with these. So I'll have to explain. But basically, the needle's all the way over. Right. Anyway, I've got it kind of suffocated off now, so you'll see there's not much air coming out of here really. But a perfect seal. Bearing in mind there's probably a little bit, I've not really leak tested all of this here, but a perfect seal over the end. It doesn't instantly jump to the max, but you know, sorry, it's a bit blurry that, isn't it? Jumps to sort of 28 fairly quickly. So as I said, I've done 1 to 6, so if we start with 1 here. Right, so it's obviously not an absolute perfect seal, is it? But bear in mind you've got these surfaces here, and maybe I should have put a bit of oil on the end of the thing. But pretty good really. And I have done the test where I shut it off and I watch how long it takes to lose vacuum, and it's alright, yeah. So this is number 3. 4, 5, and I've just done 6 now. Right. Right, whereas if we now look at number 7, none of these have got springs in, by the way. I've literally just lapped these or ground these and sort of tapped them in place with my fingers. But if we go to 7, you see, not so good, yeah. And then let's try 8. Again, not so good. You know, vastly different. Next one. So you can see quite a difference. Now if we go to 4, 6, let's say 7 was the first one that I haven't just lapped. 2, 4, 6, 7. So let's just in case, you know, there's no spring in there, so let's just do a good tap like that. 2, 4, 6, 7. So actually made a massive difference. So it you know, that would have probably been, still not quite up to where these are. Yeah. But you can see it just needed it just needed actuating a little bit, let's say. And then this is number 8. Let's do the same. So again, probably alright that really. Number 9, still not really seating very well. Number 10, which I just did the same thing with, not seating well at all, but yeah. 11. 12. 12. So yeah, I'm going to lap them a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm up to. Alright, thanks.